Trust you're well rested and refreshed, yes? Then let us return to the front. The greater part of the Alliance forces should have advanced into the peaks by now, but I expect we will pass many of our comrades on the road east. There's a checkpoint along the way, as I recall, but we'll need only to identify ourselves to the soldiers in order to pass. Getting into it. Scions, a pleasure to have you with us again. You'll be happy to hear we've taken Alagiri and have already begun fortifying it as our new base of operations and peaks. Give a shout out to the lads as you pass, eh? The peaks.
I remember how they laughed. Alliance and Resistance soldiers, eager for battle, trading jokes as we marched east towards the peaks. Beyond this last line of defenses lay the locks and the city. Breaching it would be no small feat.
Apparently we're going to something of a new landscape.
But we beat the Imperials back, just like that. And we liberated a village, the first of many.
As you can see, this part of the peaks is much higher than the northern reaches, hence why the Imperials built Specula Imperatoris where they did. See those three towers to the east? That's her. Sits right on the edge of a cliff. So attacking from the north is a fool's errand. From the south, on the other hand, she's no different from any other Imperial installation. You see how now why Veladina is so important, eh? Right. Come along. They're waiting for us in Alagiri. Here we are, the new base of operations for the Alliance and the Resistance. Ah, there you are. Greetings, General. I see you've been quite busy in our absence. Less than you may imagine. The Imperials fled at our coming, and we took the village without a fight. Your timing is impeccable. We were about to discuss our strategy to seize Specula Imperatoris. Though we are fresh from the road, we should be glad to attend. Good. Take a moment to gather yourselves and join us when you're ready. Well, you heard the claim, General. Looks like we've got a meeting to attend. But first, Dutch. That, everyone, let us begin. Alagiri is ours, and for mercy we took it without losing a single man. We dare not grow complacent. Specula Imperatoris will not be so easily won. If I may, General, should we not pause to consider the Imperials' motivations? For Xenos to surrender a fortified settlement of strategic importance without so much as firing a shot is inexplicable. We searched the village and found no traps or other signs of sabotage. Suspicious though it may be, I will not refuse this gift from our enemy. The path to Alamigo is through the east, through Specula Imperatoris, and Castrum Abania. It bears repeating, however, that the latter is home to a massive cannon with unparalleled range and destructive power. Which means we will need to strike Specula Imperatoris quickly, both to limit their ability to locate our forces in the field, and to utilize the installation of as a shield against attack, as they would doubtless not risk damaging the towers. I see. We have no choice but to accept what we've been given. Aye, that's the way of it. I have no doubt that Xenos has got something planned, but we'll just have to deal with it when the time comes. To the assault then. The main host will commence a direct assault on Specula Imperatoris. During this time, I would hold the Scions in reserve at Alighieri to deal with any Imperial forces that may be dispatched in response. Understood. Wait a minute. Should we be fighting with you and Resistance? I understand you don't want to rely too much on Teja after what he's been through, but at least the rest of us can do our part. Thanks. I know you would understand. Map, it would be best if I accompanied you. Alice can stay with Teja. Oh, go if you must. The two of us will take care of ourselves. You have your orders. Dismissed. Okay. I still like to think that my character, as clever as he shows himself, his brain is just mush when he just responds to people. Just nothing but nodding. Nodders, nodders. Meanwhile, deep within the Imperial Research Facility.
Oh, my head.
Let us see. So, she lives. Impressive. Or merely lucky, though that too may prove a useful trait.
My lord, what have you done to me?
What have you done?
Though we Garleans are intellectually and physiologically superior in almost all respects, we lack the hereditary traits required for the reliable manipulation of ether, hence our unique inability to wield magics. This deficiency, for want of a better word, saw us subjected to decades of oppression by the lesser races. Fortunately, said region was replete with vast deposits of ceruleum, which proved instrumental in the development of Magitech, a revolutionary technology conceived to compensate for our disadvantage. It was with Magitech that we grew strong, that our nation became an empire. Yet, ultimately, this was an extrinsic solution to an intrinsic problem. What I wanted was not a crude device to be used in lieu of magic. Through modification of the Garlean genome, I argued that it might be possible to enhance a subject's ability to manipulate ether, effectively empowering them to wield magics. Alas, my theories were met with consternation in the Imperial Court. Only Lord Xenos, with commendable foresight and wisdom, deigned to support my research.
You gave me this treatment, but I'm not Garlean.
Alamegan, through and through. What you have been granted is far greater than mere magic. Before that lesser light, it is as a second sun.
I am informed Alighieri
sure.
was recently occupied by the Resistance, and that an attack on Specula Imperatoris is considered imminent. This could provide an ideal opportunity to test her performance in the field.
Your skulls, was it? They have joined the garrison at the watchtower.
Yes, my lord. By your leave, I would rendezvous with them and lead a counterattack against the insurgents.
No. Even were you to leave now, you would not arrive in time. There is another duty I would entrust to you.
Thanos, what do you got planned, man? Out with it. We're nearing the end of base Stormblood. I wanna hear your plans. Damn, Thancred is literally just a fly on the wall. So full of fire and eager, weren't they? Well, I wouldn't worry too much. They're strong and they have each other. At least he spared me the trouble of having to speak up. I wasn't about to let Lise go alone. I actually really like that. I'll save that for a glamour. We have a fair bit of ground to cover, so we should split up. If you come across any Imperial soldiers, you know what to do. So you know, I sent word to our involved squadron. They are already researching other nearby areas, so we have allies in the event we encounter anything beyond our means. Sounds good? Just lead the way. Alright, we're going to two places. North and northwest. It's called Pantera. Pantalones. Vicious teeth on him. Yeah. Give me a moment, Teja. Say that again if you would. No, maintain your distance for now. Understood. Keep me apprised of any developments. That was our involved. The pair that was spying on us in the fringes that followed us here. What about you, Teja? Any trouble? And there I was thinking we might be due for some peace and quiet. Glad to hear you dealt with them. I hope the assault on Specula Imperatoris is going well. Damn, cut him in half.
Whoa! You've improved, lad.
Come now, father. You lured the fool onto my blade, and do not try to deny it.
Quality time with your son. What a father.
Our work here is all but done. What of Conrad and his men?
They are for the main tower. The skulls have offered fierce resistance thus far, but Conrad seems to believe he can convince them to lay down their arms.
Then we will tend to the stragglers down below. With me!
That's great.
Report.
Enemy forces have overrun the lower facilities and appear to be mounting an assault on the main tower. We have already received a request for reinforcements. A unit of legionaries has been mustered and is ready to depart. They await your orders, Commander.
Stand down.
Commander?
Tell them to stand down.
Commander, if I may, our people... Your people are still in there. They will be slaughtered.
You think I don't know that? I want nothing more than to help them. To lead the bloody charge. But I have my orders. Lord Xenos said no reinforcements. He would have us use the main cannon to destroy the installation.
What? Kill our own soldiers? You must be mistaken.
Mayhap you'd like to ask Lord Xenos yourself. Wars are won on the backs of the dead. Theirs and ours. There is no truth but this. We must remain firm and resolute and always, always do our duty.
Initiate firing sequence.
Aye, aye. Initiating firing sequence. Release safety locks. Deploy main cannon.
That's right. Rudolph, Hamlet. For us. For our people. For our future.
I need you to confirm the target, Commander.
Specula Imperatoris, main tower. Fire when ready.
Oh, she experiencing the headaches I get because of what they did to her. That would be an interesting twist. That's a big ass cannon. Holy shit.
What in the seven hells?
Long-range artillery.
Those treacherous bastards. Their people were still fighting. Full retreat! Now! Relay the orders!
Understood. All forces retreat! I repeat, all forces retreat!
Damn. It's like, fuck it, we're just gonna get rid of our own as well. By the 12, did you see that? Main tower just collapsed. You had it too, didn't you? Must have been the cannon at Castra Mabania. That was an Imperial installation, and their troops were still... Damn it, no one's responding. I don't know if the shell's being jammed or... We have to go right now. They need our help. This way. There's no time to lose. Worse than it looks. He probably wasn't even close enough together. The gate. This is our way inside. We need to find my brother right now. I almost said Kermit Bulkhead. I'm an idiot. The locks on the massive gate appear to have been disabled. You need only prise them open to pass through. Aha. Looks rough. pretty close to him. I'm glad you're here, Teja. In case it isn't obvious, the Imperials fired on us, on Specula Imperatoris. I didn't think they had it in them to kill their own men just to kill us. Gods damn them all. Where's my brother? Tell me where he is. I want to see him. He was in the tower when it was struck, but that need not mean anything. Our forces are still evacuating, and many remain unaccounted for. Alice? Alice, listen. There are soldiers wounded and dying all around us. Soldiers with families, just like you and me. They need our help. Do you understand? He's right. I'll take the north and you take the east. Thank you. I think I can manage on my own. Oh, he dead. He dead. For a moment there, I thought I was bound for Thal's Great Hall. Ye gods, what were the Imperials thinking? Hang on a second. What is... Okay, that's cool that there's an aetheryte current. And I guess I'm gonna have to fly to get to that sightseeing thing. So I don't think I can climb that, but... White rock. What's with these floating, twisty rock things? Whither wander? Where? Just give me a moment to let the world stop spinning, would you? There. Alagiri's not far. I'll make it. I'll make it. Ugh, everything hurts. I think I was struck by debris from the tower. Wait, I know you. Teja Lemmy, word of House Forton. Do I know you? We fought together on the steps of faith. You saved my life back then, and now. I can walk, thank you. 1,000 times, thank you. Conrad! Conrad, can you hear me? Now go, put him down over there. That was the least, I think. Well, we found the Alphino. Yo, your sister's in a panic looking for you.
Conrad! Conrad, speak to me!
It was all so sudden. Conrad had just convinced the last few skulls to surrender when we heard the bang and everything started to shake. We carried the survivors to safety, but Conrad's... We have done what we can for him. All that remains is to pray.
Conrad?
Is that you, Lise? I can't see a damn thing. Well, that's that then. Time's up.
What are you talking about? You'll be on your feet before you know it.
It's all right, Lise. I've lived long enough. But listen, I want you to lead the resistance in my stead.
Don't say another word. You'll recover. We'll recover. We'll bring freedom to Alamigo together. We're not going to stop here.
No, you won't. Everything we've built, everyone we've brought together, I know you'll show them the way. You've got it in you, Lise. Not because you're Curtis's daughter or Ida's sister, but because you're you. Because you're you.
Conrad.
Oh no.
Lead them to victory. To freedom.
I will, Conrad. I will. I promise.
Ah, that sucks. And we only knew him for less than an expansion, but that hurt. Mostly because of her reaction to him. Rip.
Come, Nidhogg. We are needed.
I'm sorry. Who gave you the right to just appear out of nowhere, Estinian? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm happy.
That's the cerulean pipeline.
But damn.
Impossible! How can one man... Shoot the bastard! Shoot him!
My lance has slain far greater beasts. You're welcome, boy.
Notify all units! I want that intruder found! And get the engineers to fix my bloody cannon!
I wonder if by boy he meant Alpha Note. But we have to... Yeah. Could have killed them. We could have walked away. But instead we tried to convince them to lay down their arms. We tried to seek a peaceful resolution. We showed them mercy, and this was their response. Fire and blood. This was their answer. Such crimes cannot go unpunished. They must not. Gods is my witness. There will be a reckoning. Forgive me. Now's not the time for vows of vengeance. We must remain calm and rational and in control. The Imperials have demonstrated a willingness to fire on their own. So long as we remain here, we're in danger. We three will see to Commander Kemp's body, find my sister, and return to Alagiri. That should suffice for now. Go on and join the others. Tell me you found Alphino. Tell me he's alright. He's literally like a few feet away. Oh, thank the 12. I don't know what I could have done. Though, saying that, what will the Resistance do without Commander Kemp? Sorry, not here. Not now. We should return to Alagiri. Keep an eye out for any wounded who need our help along the way. It wasn't long ago that I was trying to kill you and yours. I half expected you were about to slit my throat. The hell's with this. I should be back home in Ilsabard instead of taking fire from my so-called comrades. Just say the word and we'll finish him quick? Damn, that's hardcore. Thanks, friend. Bloody tourniquet came loose and I was having trouble getting it back on. Should be fine for the rest of the day. Rest of the way, even. And where is the other one? Oh, wait, what? Oh, I thought it was attacking me. It was another player. Oh, bless you, kind. Wait, is that you, Teha? I didn't recognize you at first, but I've been feeling a bit dizzy. You must have lost a lot of blood. I can keep going. I can keep going. I mean, it sounds like you're in some trouble. But if you say so. Let me get rid of this exclamation point. Yeah, we've given over Commander Kemp's remains for safekeeping. Later, I have no idea when, rites must needs be performed. For now, however, we must carry on. We must press forward. We must not give in to despair. All Alliance and Resistance units have now withdrawn from Specula Imperatoris. It's time we spoke with General Alden. Got more plans coming up. These deaths weigh heavily on my soul. Commander Kemp's, most of all. He was a wise leader, he was a patriot, but above all else, he was a good man who will be sorely missed. One of many lost this day. I ask for a moment's silence to pray for the souls of the departed. Minago's really going through it. I'm pretty sure she was closest to Conrad as well. We have suffered a grievous defeat, but we cannot and will not renounce this cause. The die has been cast. Hold tight to this grief, this anger, and let it drive you forward. Let it be your strength and your shield when next you face the enemy. It will carry us far, General. Of that I have no doubt. Ere we make another step towards Alamigo, however, we must first address the question of how to deal with Castromabania's cannon. If the Imperials are willing to employ the weapon without thought for their own soldiers' safety, we may struggle to approach them. A full frontal assault is out of the question. We'd lose countless men before we even breached the walls. Would we? I recall that the Imperials could have obliterated our forces had they kept firing, but neglected to do so. They had no strategic reason to cease fire, which begs the question, why did they? You suspect they were unable to fire the cannon again, mayhap due to a malfunction. Or one of the officers found his conscience after the first barrage. Or heretofore unknown resistance faction chose that moment to disable it. There are many possibilities, but the fact remains that they stopped when logic dictated they continue. Then I'll just have to go and see for myself if the cannon is still operational. Are you mad? Conrad put you in charge of the resistance. We can't risk losing another commander so soon. I know how you feel, Nago. I do. But I need you to understand. It wasn't long after Papalamo and I arrived at Ralger's Reach that Conrad first asked me to join the resistance. And then he kept on asking. Every time I said no, I told myself it was because of the Scions. But even then, I knew deep down it was an excuse. That I was still afraid of following my heart, because I couldn't be sure if it was for me or for Yida. But then I met someone on the other side of the world who had struggled with the same worries. And as we traveled and fought together, I saw him grow and become the leader his people needed him to be. And now it's my turn to do the same. There's a lot of us left, and of the ones that are, many are still wounded. We have to make do with what we've got, and I'm the best qualified. It's as simple as that. But don't worry, Nago. I'll come back. I promise. Well, I acknowledge Commander Hex's right to carry out this mission. I see no reason why she shouldn't do so alone. Teja, would you go with her? Then it's settled. We await your return. Oh, sorry about standing on your map. That's my bad. And Warkson as well, since he's just following me. Sorry to drag you into this, Teja. It may not be the decision Conrad would have made, but I'm not Conrad. Never will be. I don't know what kind of leader I was hoping for, but right now, all I can do is be myself. If you don't mind, I'd rather not wait around to have people try and talk me out of it. Let's get moving. I know a good vantage point overlooking the castrum. Neun Kremp... What the fuck is this? Neun Cream Puff Hope. The ship stranded on the rocks to the east of here. It shouldn't take us long to get there. Oh, but there might be some ancient golems guarding it. Or that might just be an old wives' tale. Either way, it's worth the risk. Lise, Commander, I pray you proceed with all due caution. Do not hesitate to call upon us if needed. To reach the ship, we'll have to scale the cliff face. Let's get some climbing gear and meet you there, alright? What in the hell? Guardian Beast. Reminds me a little bit of one of the actual bosses from Shadow of the Colossus. Not by much aesthetically, but the way it was moving. Sorry to keep you waiting. You've met the golems. Looks like the old stories were true, eh? In a way, I'm glad. Right then, time to climb. Ugh. Phew. That took a bit more out of me than I expected. And here she is. Neon Cream Puff's Hope. The ark that one man made to save countless others from the flood during the 6th Umbral era. It's comforting to think that there's always been people who cared this much about their fellow man, who accomplished such great feats that people couldn't help thinking they must be made up. But the proof's right here, isn't it? I don't just mean the ship, you know. I mean you. Long before anyone started calling you hero, you were here for those in need. You did things for people when you didn't have to. Sometimes even when they didn't want you to. It can't have been easy, staying true to yourself. But we're all better for it, me included. I'll never be a leader like Conrad, or Hien, or my father. But I can be a friend to you all. And I can fight by your side. I can be me, and that's all that'll be enough, eh? And that just will have to be enough. Strange to think back on it, if we've been standing in different places, or if the shell had struck the tower differently. It would have been me instead of Conrad, or maybe both of us. What kind of monster murders their own? Is that smoke from Castrum Abania? Wait, it's coming from the cannon. I can't tell what happened from here, but I can tell you it won't be giving us any trouble in the immediate future. This is our chance, Teja, to avenge Conrad and all the others who died in the tower, friend and foe. To take Castrum Abania and bring the bastards who gave the order to fire to justice. Won't be easy after the losses we took, but I know everyone's champing at the bit to strike back. With the right plan, I'm certain we can do it. Isn't that word supposed to be chomping at the bit? I've never heard of champing at the bit. Maybe that's a different tense of the word that I've never heard of. We have to tell the others. Come on. Yeah. Then again, here I am with Nyan Nyan Cream Puff and, you know, not giving a damn, so whatever. If I can do it, then the writers of the game can do it too, I guess. Easier down than up, eh? Though not necessarily safer. Anyway, no time to rest. We need to convince the others to strike now before the Imperials have time to fix their cannon. Yeah. There's no time to lose, Teja. General Alden needs to know what we saw. You are returned. I only hope you bring good news. We scaled the cliffs of Neon Kremp's Hope and spied smoke rising from Castrum Abania's main cannon. I think Marshal Terrapin's right. They didn't fire again because they couldn't. The cannon seems to have been disabled somehow. By a certain Dragoon. Then we must attack Castrum Abania at once. I could still be a trick, but if it isn't, we may not get a better opportunity. Bluntly, Jennifer's trick. If it was a trick, it is utterly baffling stratagem. Had the Imperials wished to wipe us out, they could simply have kept firing. Be that as it may, we need not risk everything to seize it. I said we dispatch a small contingent to infiltrate the castrum and secure control of the weapon. If the enemy is preoccupied with repairs, we might be able to take them unawares. If, on the other hand, it is indeed a trick, our token force will prove an elusive target. We will at least know the cannon is operational. Either way, it seems well worth the risk, but how are we to infiltrate the castrum? In anticipation of a day such as this, men and women under my command have labored long to cultivate a network of informants throughout Girabania, including Radiata. Radiata is home to many who hold menial positions in Castrum Abania and other nearby installations. With the aid of our allies here, I believe we can secure a route into the fortress. The Resistance will handle this. He may have recruited these informants, but they'll be just as happy working with few Alamegans, or fellow Alamegans. And at the end of the day, it's our land, our responsibility. Let us do right by Conrad. I should be glad to accompany her, General, as would Alice and Teja, I'm sure. Well then, if you're all in agreement, I see no reason to refuse you. We will make ready to march on Castrum Abania. Go and may Ralger watch all over and keep you. My apologies for speaking on your behalf. It would seem my sister's forthright manner is rubbing off on me. I confess, my decision to volunteer was not wholly motivated by concern for Lise, nor Les Alamigo. Castrum Abania is the largest Imperial facility in the peaks, you see, and so the likelihood that Cryo is being held captive there is quite high. Dealing with that cannon remains our main objective, of course, but if there is even a chance that Cryo might be rescued in the process, I would never forgive myself if I did not take it. Okay. So to review, we are to travel Radiata, where we will meet with a contact recruited by Marshal Terrapin's agents. I took the liberty of reviewing intelligence reports while Teja and Lise were away, so the settlement is not wholly unfamiliar to me. As the Vice Marshal indicated, the vast majority of the populace is employed as menial labor in either Specula Imperatoris or Castrum Abania. Perhaps as a result of this, the Resistance has long struggled to make inroads there. Aye, you have the right of it. They got the better deal than most Alamegans, bidding off what scraps the Imperials gave them. Damned if I know how Marshal Terrapin's agents got one of them to turn his coat. I understand your disdain, I do, but I also understand their desire to look after their families by any means necessary. Our contact is a Rogadin woman. She will ask us a question. After we answer with courage, she will know us as friends. Courage, right. Put together a squadron, Nago. We'll need them soon. With me, my friends, and be ready for anything. See? What did I tell you? Let us continue on to Specula Imperatoris. Right. Damn. Workson is just like, fuck your technology. Kick. Oh, Lisa's ready for it. course there were still soldiers looking about. Fortunately, they were no match for Lise. Come, Radiata is not much farther. Of course, in light of our recent encounter, it would be prudent to proceed with caution and remain vigilant for Imperial forces. Alright, off we go. Prue Griffin. Wonder why that is. I actually like the look of this one. The top corners look like shaving devices. The triple-bladed Imperial Hexadrone from Gillette. Looks like it's safe to enter. I don't see any Imperials. I don't see smoke above Castrum Abania anymore. Do you think they fixed this cannon already? I don't know. Oh, I like that shield. I'll keep that, yeah. Alphino said we were looking for a Rogadan woman, right? And that we should answer her question with courage. I suppose we'll just have to strike up a conversation with every one of them until we find our contact. Let me know if you find her, and I'll do the same. Look at this! The face on you! Oh, you're gonna eat those leaves? Gonna get at that tree for some food? What are you? You're a jamal. It's a weird way of saying, spelling, and pronouncing giraffe, really. Ain't seen you around before. Takes a certain kind of man to walk into a place like this uninvited. Courage, you say? Well, that's in short supply these days. Better to keep your head down and go along to survive. Call me a coward too if you like, cause I'll not speak on it more, at least not here. Outside Radiata, behind the barricades over yonder. On the other hand... Okay. Hey, what was that who I think it was? Well, that's a relief. Or a trap. Either way, we'll find Alphino and Alice. We'll meet you there. Not followed, were you? Good. That's all of you is it? Let's get to it then. Name yourselves. We're the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, friends of Marshal Terrapin. Name's Stark. Tony Stark. The rest of you know or we wouldn't be here. This is about Specula Imperatorus and the cannon, isn't it? Just so. Can you tell us what happened? I overheard soldiers talking while working in the mess. The cerulean pipeline fueling this cannon was destroyed by an unidentified male insurgent, they said. One man single-handedly disabled the cannon? That beggars belief. Nevertheless, that's what they said. It took a while, but they finally put the fires out, and the engineers have been working day and night to repair it. Wish I could tell you more, but the incident had everyone jumping at shadows and afraid to say much more. To make matters worse, the Alamegan help have been sent home indefinitely. So the cannon could already be fully operational. We need to sneak inside Castrum Abania to ensure the cannon is no longer a threat to our troops. Can you help us? Aye, that much I can do. I've pieced together a map of the interior over the years, and I know for a fact that there are multiple points of entry. Impressive. If we split into several groups, we may improve our odds of reaching the fire control center. We may be a few in number, but I have faith we can see this through. Alright.